Okay, we are in Excel skill 2.4 and 2.5. We're going to look at the counting functions, and we're going to look at some other statistical functions, specifically the min and the max function. Basically, the counting functions return the number of cells that contain values. So if you have a big spreadsheet with a lot of stuff in there and you need to count up the number of values that are in there, because some of the cells are blank, that's where you'd use the count and counting functions. To put a counting function in, I'll put equals for my formula. There's three different kinds we're going to look at. The first is the count. This counts all of the number values that are cells that have number values in them. My one argument is going to be the range I select. So this is just basically all the stuff I have in here. So A2 through F12, and the count function is going to return 26. So I have 26 values or cells that have numbers in them. There's 20 there, 4 there, and 2 here. Now the count A function is the next one we're going to look at. Count A will take into account cells that have text in them too. So the first one was only counting cells with number values. Now if I select the same range, A2 to F12, and the count A, it returns 41, because now I'm counting all of these text values. So that's the count A. And then the third thing we can do is we can actually count the blank cells that we have. So if I type count blank and select my range, this will return me all the cells that are blank. And there's 25 cells in my range that are blank, and they're these ones right here. So those are the counting functions. I said we're going to cover the min and max functions as well. You can find the min and max also on the AutoSum. Select the min here, and it gives me this range. It's going to give me the minimum value of all this. I'm just going to select these three. So I want the minimum that a company did in the first quarter there. Returns 25,000. 25,000 is the minimum of these three. It's pretty obvious when there's just a little bit of data, but when there's a lot more, it's a very useful function. Again, I can copy this and just paste it, and it'll give me the min for each of those values. And I think in the next lesson we'll talk about why it changes over, like I mentioned in the last lesson. The max works the same way. I can come over to the AutoSum, select max. Let's see, I must have missed it. Max, and we're just going to take the max of those.